When looking at place value strips, they come in many different types, from demonstration sets all the way to student sets. When we're looking at the demonstration sets, you can get a pack from 0 to 1,000 with a larger demonstration set where students could be using this in a guided group with you, or they also could be doing it whole class to kind of show what's happening. We have these featured on the stand where you can use these two different types of binder clips, which really work out great to kind of set it up as a stand so that students can look as you're changing, maybe adding 10 or taking away 10. In addition, it comes in a larger size where it goes all the way up through 1 through a million. So as we're looking at numbers in the 100,000s or the millions or 10,000s, this is really great to demonstrate. The pack that comes in 1 through a million does not come in the student size. It's only done in the larger demonstration size. As we start to get into 4th and 5th grade, it's really great with these cards because they also come in the decimals. Every value has its own color. In the demonstration set, these work great when doing guided groups or kind of demonstrating things that you might be doing with your students. In addition, we also have two different types of student size sets that are sold in sets of 30. Strategic Intervention Solutions is now the only supplier of the individual student sets, as other companies are just making them in the demo sets. I would recommend having the student set only because it makes it a lot easier for kids to manipulate it. Oftentimes we'll set up the sets into two different piles. One will have the whole number sets and the other will have the decimal set. These could be used as early as 1st grade with the 10s and the 1s, but they're mostly suited well in 2nd through 5th and even 6th grade using the decimals. When you get these, it can be a little bit overwhelming because the class set has 30 of these in it. What you want to do is when you open up the package, you want to be able to label these sets so that when students maybe drop one in your classroom, you're going to be able to get that set out and put it back in an organized way. I'm going to kind of demonstrate here, if I had this set at home, how I would set it up for student use. You would do the same thing with the decimals as you're doing it. Instead of taking these and perforating and kind of folding them and putting them together, it's a little bit easier if you were to take a marker, decide that maybe this is going to be the purple line set. I'm going to flip this over and kind of bend it to know where I'm going to go ahead and tear the perforation. I'm going to just do a 1-line purple color kind of going down the center. This way, if a student drops this, I know that it's going to go right back in the purple line set. This also is a lot faster than you trying to write the letter A or putting dots on the back of it and trying to create the sets this way. In your sets, you may decide that you want to do one set for every student. In that case, you want to label these all differently. You also may decide that you'd like to make it so that there could be potentially 2 sets for 2 kids to work with if a number is repeated. In this set that we've kind of got set up, there's only going to be 1 of every value. So I'm going to set this one up in an individual student set. There's nothing wrong with setting it up in an individual student set because the kids can always share if you are going to end up repeating a number. You want to kind of put these together and tear them apart kind of as fast as you can, so otherwise you'll be sitting here all night kind of doing all 30. Just taking the perforations, folding them, and then tearing them will put that kind of into a nice set. So here I'm going to have kind of all of my thousands. I'll have all of my hundreds. Typically, now that we know this is the purple set, I'm going to make sure that we put a rubber band around this, and I'm going to label to make sure that this gets put back in the right spot. When we do the place value discs, we sometimes will put the place value discs in with the place value strips. So it's a nice kit that students can go to right in their math salad bar and grab out the tools that they need. We have a T-Pops place value mat that we're going to show when we do the place value disc, but you really have a set of everything you need. They're going to get mixed up, so you don't have to put them in necessarily chronological order, but you can put your thousands together, and then your hundreds, and then your tens, and then your ones. Simply taking our band around this will keep this set together in the classroom as you're doing it. So I have that kind of wrapped up. I'll eventually go through this whole entire set. My next set might be the 2-line purple set. I might do a squiggle line purple set, and then I might change over into a green marker and do a single line, double line, squiggle line. That's going to get me through 6 of the sets that I have. You can continue using different colored Sharpie markers to kind of display where what would be on the back. This falls on the floor, you automatically know that it goes with the purple set. So you'll eventually set up all of your whole number strips, and then if you are doing decimal strips, you can mix up your packs. I have the whole number with the decimal here, but you'll have sets ready to go for student use as you're using them. In addition, if you want to, kids can also have in their pack a smaller mini binder clip like you see here, where the kids can have it in their pack with the small mini binder clip, and they can kind of show their place value strips and any of the movements that they might be using. Place value strips can be used for many things. Make sure you check out our website and check out the book Why Before How, as it explains how to use a lot of the place value strips activities for place value, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and even division.